Hi, everybody. Good evening. Wow, what a week. I'm telling you. Do you know we're 4 days away from Valentine's Day? Oh boy, are you looking for love in all the wrong places? Are you FaceTiming a lot? Are you Zooming? It's the new normal, I guess, for love. But we have good news for you. Matchmaker Maria is here. You know, I love alliteration, but she is the go to person about love, especially pandemic style. And she's going to answer all of your questions right now. So if you could put some emojis, love emojis, happy emojis, any question that you have, she's here to help. And we always say if we help one person tonight, wherever you are, at home, on the bus, wherever you're watching us, we want to help you with your love question. So, first of all, Matchmaker Maria, she's a New York City professional that's helping so many people find love and deal with etiquette during COVID. Things have changed a bit, hasn't it? The pandemic, has it been good or bad for love?
I mean, love, as we've learned, is recession proof and pandemic proof. And I would, in fact, reframe the question. I think the vaccine has been really good for love. I don't know if pandemic has been good for a lot of relationships. Some people, there's some relationships that just did not withstand the obstacles that happened. But now that, I feel like we're getting over Omicron and we're almost there. And we are seeing from the industry that, more people wanna go out, more people wanna go on dates than ever before. So this is a great time for love.
Is that right? Are the numbers going up? People wanna find love because again, it is kind of a lonely time where you're isolated. I know people are really we've done so many shows on mental health. Is it true? It is. So love is going up and it's more Zoom, it's more virtual. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like, when the pandemic kicked off, there was a bit of a pause for a few weeks because people didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to act.
Yeah.
But then I remember at least in my office, we have a matchmaking office in New York City. I remember things kind of got back to, not want to say normal, but they got somewhere in October of 2020. And then once people started getting vaccinated, it was just like, okay, things are back to what they used to be in the past, at least from like a dating perspective. I think what's changed significantly is that right now something like 30 to 35% of daters, especially over the age of 30, are more interested in having a Zoom call or phone call first before meeting in person. That's something that we have never seen before. So there's a lot more acceptance of video dating now than ever.
It's so interesting. Oh yeah, look, we're getting a lot of hearts. Thank you, Christopher, for all those hearts. We really appreciate that. Okay, first things first, tips. There are there two or three things that you need to ask when you're getting to know someone?
When you're getting to know someone, absolutely. Those tips are, I mean, if you're asking me like my best
What
first date
yeah,
question,
yeah, what are your
um,
first 2 to 3 things? What's your suggestion?
well, in terms of my best tips if you're dating,
Yeah.
my first best tip is to absolutely revamp your profile. Look at those photos that you have, right? Do they look like you right now? Most apps ask you for 5 to 6 photos, and you want your first photo to be of just you looking into the camera, no sunglasses, no hats, no selfies. You want
Do
to
you
have a pop of
suggest
color.
do you suggest tinkering with your face? You know they have all these apps to do
No,
it.
absolutely not.
No?
Do not use filters. You have to look
Mm,
just like you do in person, right? Because you set an expectation
yeah.
online. Your photos have to actually look like you, not 15 pounds ago pre-pandemic. We've all got it. You have to set the
Oh.
expectation digitally, two-dimensionally, so that when someone meets you in person, that expectation meets reality. The
Hmm.
second tip I would give is work those prompts, right? There's so many questions to choose from. Pick ones where you can actually thread your interests, your hobbies, your temperament, thread in what you want to do. Don't say stuff like, I'm looking for someone to go out to different restaurants. Everyone wants to do that. That doesn't make you unique. It doesn't drive someone to talk about you. Say something like, my don't say that. You could say something like, I'm interested in meeting someone who enjoys sending memes of Arrested Development, inside jokes, and crossword puzzles on the weekends. Something that talks about a little bit more about how you spend your free time and what you'd like to share with someone.
What if your free time is just like Netflix and like, it's not that exciting? I mean, it's still okay to just be honest and say, "Hey, kind of a homebody, and let's just say I'm
You can absolutely say that, but you should also like I would hope that you wanna do more things than just watch Netflix, and I get it, if you're a single
well,
parent,
yeah,
it
yeah.
is so difficult. So try to envision yourself a really easy way to answer this question is if you had a boyfriend, if you had a girlfriend this weekend, what would you be doing this weekend? It's a 3-day weekend next weekend. What would you be doing on a 3-day weekend? Does that
Mm.
include hiking? Does that include taking a quick trip to Memphis and check out Graceland? Does that tell me a little bit more about what you like to do and put that into your profile.
Oh, I love the Graceland idea. And are there any do's or don'ts that specifically you should tell people? One takeaway that you should do, or you shouldn't do. So those two things. If they only get one message tonight.
So, if you have children, don't put their photos online, specifically on your online dating
Mm.
profile. There are other ways to talk about the fact that you're a single parent on your online dating profile without having to put their photos. And if you don't want to have children and you don't want to date someone who has children, make sure to say in one of those prompts, I'm interested in a dink lifestyle, DINK, double income, no kids. This way, you also
Woo!
attract people who are interested in that lifestyle.
I love it. Dink. Okay, we got to use all these. See, we have another one coming up, but for singles specifically, if singles are watching, what type of advice could you give them?
So, one of the best things you could do is look at your social calendar. And for most people, we don't have one, right? So, I'm going to tell you the hack. I want you to take out your calendar. I want you to block out 2 days a week for the next 3 months. And if you're introverted, I get it. I'm sorry that I've made you with a lot of anxiety right here. Don't do it every week. Do 2 events every other week. But you want to fill up your calendar, go to Eventbrite, search all the events happening for every single Tuesday for the next 3 months. Figure out things that you like. It doesn't have to be cupcake decorating class. It could be tequila tasting class. It could be Toastmasters. It could be going to an innovative pitch event, where people pitch their ideas to startups and try to get funding. These events have, networking time. They have wine time. I mean, personally, I love going to the lectures at the Strand, the independent bookstore when they have when they have the authors, read their own books. There's all these opportunities that exist in New York City where you can meet new people because every single person is an opportunity. You could be sitting next to someone at the Strand bookstore and maybe they have a brother that you could possibly date. It's about getting yourself out there, living a full life because people want to date people who have full lives. But the only way to meet new people is to create new networks by really investing in your social calendar.
I love that. And Shelly is watching and she says, I feel like the right person is non existent. Where can she look for someone in real life?
That mindset is a little toxic. We can say this about any city, right? Women tell me every day from New York City to San Diego that like there's just no good men here. And I hear you, Shelly. Like I get it. And what I would tell you is be open to importing them in. It's okay to start long distance relationships. Especially now where everyone's so much more open to video dating. And think about every time you go on dates, the mindset that I want you to have is an abundance mindset. So I want you to always think
Mm.
every time you go on a date, this is one more person closer to my person, not, what is this guy going to be? No, no, this person is just one more person closer to my person.
I love it. I love the mindset. And Al's joining us. People are talking.
I see a really good comment from Tommy. And so what Tommy says is just in terms of dating, and he says he's having a bit of a hard time and dating in the pandemic. When you're meeting somebody in person, is it appropriate to ask for their vaccine records or to go get a negative COVID test? Like, how do you navigate those waters? He wants to know.
That is such a great question. And so something that I like to do. So I'm a mom, right? And sometimes I make play dates for my kids. My kids, they're under 5, so they haven't had the opportunity to get vaccinated. So I always want to learn like, well, hey, if my kids are going to play with your older kids, are they vaccinated? So instead of asking them that, I should talk about myself. I say, hey, I'm vaccinated. I just wanted you to know. And when you say it this way, people are more inclined to also respond like, oh, me too. Because the fact of the matter is that New York City has the highest rate of vaccines, I think, across like a lot of the country. And I mean, gosh, if it's still cold outside, if you want to go on a date right now indoors, you have to show a vaccine record. And, getting vaccinated is about dating safely as well, right? So if you are interested in that, offer your vaccine status first. Hey, just so you know, I'm vaccinated, period. And let them respond back.
I love it. Oh, Allison, hi. Allison saying these are all great ideas. Matchmaker Maria and Cynthia Tibbs is saying Monica's making love happen right now. Yes, I am. Woo! I hope my husband's watching. But LTRs, L came up with this. Okay. How do we have, first, it's called long-term relationships. If someone's
Mhm.
watching with a long-term relationship, how do you keep romance alive?
So I believe in the 15-minute rule. This is really difficult in the beginning, but I'm telling you, it gets easier. So for me personally, my love philosophy is that it's really easy to fall in love, but it's really hard to like someone for the rest of your life or to choose to like someone for the next 30, 40 years of your life. So you have to invest in the 15-minute rule. What that means is that when you are speaking to your partner every day, try to talk to them for 15 minutes every day about non-maintenance talk. You don't talk about the kids, you don't talk about the bills, you don't talk about work. What that means is that you have to do likable things, right? You might have to listen to podcasts and read books and read the paper and, you know, do interesting things that you can every day talk for 15 minutes about things that are not related to maintenance talk. This helps overall uh, for long-term relationships and marriages. I mean, this is one of the biggest secrets.
I love this. And it'll just be me talking and my husband listening for 15 minutes. He always jokes that I'm such a talker, and he just, listens. But I don't know if he's listening. But anyway, let's talk about parents, single moms and dads. What tip can you give them right now?
Oh, yeah, it's not so much a tip as much as like they have my heart throughout this pandemic. It's so hard to date as a single parent. So if you're going to date, I really urge you to do video dates first if it's really hard to get a sitter. That's a really big investment. So if you can video date and you can just be forthright about it. Don't be scared. It's not needy to communicate your expectations.
I love it. And message of hope. I mean, if someone's just had it with finding love, and then it can be quite depressing to not have someone during Valentine's Day and this weekend when everyone's talking about love. What do you want to tell them?
I find this day, I love Valentine's Day, especially as a matchmaker. I love Valentine's Day, but it's really frustrating. There's a lot of stress being put on just these 24 hours. We don't even think about Valentine's Day on February 15th. So if you're one of those people who feels like, oh, why hasn't this happened yet? I feel you. Invest in yourself. I want you to take yourself to a spa. I want you to get that massage. I want you to get a facial. I want you to buy that Ember mug. It's this expensive self-heating mug and just self-love this weekend.
I
It's
love
okay.
And sometimes I'll buy a box of chocolates for myself and I'll eat it
Yeah.
alone because I'm like, this is for me. Okay. But anyway, whatever makes you feel good. And Matchmaker Maria, I hope you'll come back. You were excellent. And I got such a great suggestion about 15 minutes. So 15 minutes, I'm just going to talk and do a monologue to my husband. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to spend 15 minutes a
You
day.
both have to talk to each other.
Oh, okay. I have to listen to. All right. Well, I think it's great. And I think it'll change our relationship. Thank you so much,
That'd be great.
Maria.
Thank you for
joining
having
us.
me.
And everyone who's looking for love, you can always find help right here at Pix 11, whether it's on our Facebook page or watch us at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock and our fabulous morning show. We are making it happen, making love happen. Good night, everybody. Thanks, Maria.